situation. No mistakes can be made, and this map pool is going to be very important.
Okay, now, there's a lot to take in here, but immediately, Sen want to get rid of Haven. I respect that decision. It's the best map for Fnatic right now, 100%, and Icebox is a standard one for Fnatic to really take out of the pool here. But Sen picking Sunset as a first map pick is wild to me, I think. It's almost like a pick your poison situation. There are some maps that they might have been favored on, for example, like Lotus, but it screams to me, the more I'm looking at it, that they potentially wanted Fnatic to pick into Lotus, potentially get a favored map pool at the first part of the series.
I mean, one of the crazy things is Fnatic are kind of weak on Ascent, but nobody else wants to play it against them, and Sentinels haven't shown Abyss, and so no one feels confident picking Abyss into Sentinels because you don't know what you're getting. So in the end, you end up on these 3 maps that are actually fairly decent for both teams, but
all too often, we're gonna wait to see what's in store.
Deep breaths. Sen on the defense, Fnatic on the attack. We've got now patience being shown again from Sen. Cautious steps forward, trying to clear through by elbow. You can see where the vast majority of Fnatic sit.
2 flashes ready.
They're waiting for it. First contact made. Site being swarmed. Sentinels looking for a body to drop, and the shots aren't landing this time. It's John QT to answer back. They've got sight, but they don't know about Hero. Pressure from the back lines! 3 for him, eyeing up his 4th. And John QT can only dodge for so long! Fnatic with the first. Sen unable to land.
Searched before, but right now Fnatic's not going for it. First round it's A, second round it's B, and another 5 versus 5 retake is going to be on the horizon here. Sentinels in a position, if they want to, they can flood out quickly.
They're looking to maybe springboard off the contact here, but Alpha standing on guard. That's second gone and 10s. Sen now down to 3. Again, it is just classic, so they're looking to do any sort of damage they can. Not finding that right now, and Alpha and Chronicle, clean work of floor. You look at Zekin, you look at John QT. Zekin in a wonderful position, but a very uncharacteristic missed shot, and Alpha takes it both hands. The crunch coming in now. Wrap it around, Zelsis in jump. Oh my god, so much trouble. Who the hell is this Fnatic? Because Sen unable to find their footing. I'm a little surprised, as I thought that nice little setup in market could have really rewarded Sentinels here, but no, it's down to the last 2 who aren't really encouraged to go for this now.
That high-low setup, Sentinels is looking to survive these attacks, but right now, sticking to their guns, sticking to the setup.
Nice. Nice. Probably want to keep these. There's not too much of a need to chase. You've got to look at Durka as well. Reminder that Sentinels, no matter the scoreline, are never quite down and never quite out.
Keeping in mind here that 3 players from Sentinels have Sheriffs. They only have those 2 Vandals, and if Hero gets his hat off, he can get the information. This 3v5 is winnable. Right now, it's a 3 versus 4 in the A site.
Oh, 10s again, another step back. Not getting what he wanted, but feeling brave enough to go back in. And that's why. Big pickup on Alpha there. And now they slow the roll. Sassy in unison. This is what Sentinels needed. As Hero gets caught, Sentinels almost had him out of the air, but has to back away as the site will now be under Fnatic control. They need a plant here, which they should get, and you look at the post here. Does Sen pick up the pace? Do they look to pressure now? The paranoia came in, the flash went through in the boom bot, but they found nothing for it yet. I'm looking at the lurk as well. John QT's position could be divine. Let's wait though, as already Durka gonna find 10s, controlling the site for a second with 2! And he's back on it now! You've got the ult coming through, Sussy sends out Dizzy, John QT, the lurk comes in perfectly! As Alpha left in a 1v4, he's been found! The IGL taking the reins here. John.
Their main defense is towards that B site. They got the trips there. They've got the triangle setup.
I feel like John QT's getting such a good read of this as well. That camera is going to give away the game.
Boaster through middle. Is he going to catch Zekin here?
What timing is everything, Boaster?
Oh!
It wasn't pretty, but it will get the job done.
Heroes walked out B as well.
It's Alpha though to get the reward. He's still pushing through. The site under contest, Hero getting further than maybe they'd expect, but market is still an issue. Sen have bodies here. Alpha not completely clean on the cross, and John gonna catch him. Hero trying to work forward, it's Boaster with 1, and now down to the 1v1. But with 8 seconds, they're solo on time, and the mosh, Hero has to go through it, he gets it, and he's gonna get the plant. Sussy isn't gonna be able to swing in time. Spike's down, but is he ready for the fight?
The cage.
It's perfect to give him a moment of respite. Spotting the cam and spotting the player. Sassy the one to set this in motion. Difficult to connect. So the mid fight continuing. And do they re-aggress here, Sen?
On a few tools. Fnatic.
John QT, he gets overwhelmed, he gets run over. I thought he could have stopped this divide now invested. Zelsis? You're a brave boy, Zelsis. He's going back in for more. He wants seconds. One attempt wasn't enough. Working at the back of the Dizzy. I don't think they know he's here. Zelsis with the opportunity to do some serious damage.
Wait a minute.
And he's doing it. Back-to-back impact. But a 1v3, he'd have to go
Chronicle?
for an ace. He's read Chronicle's position. Zelsis is absolutely reading this, but the timing not there. Chronicle set to this. Tens, Sarsi, both here. Pain Shell is perfect. It's going to do so much. Force them away. Alpha gets the fight, and he gets the kill as well. Plant now in play. Durka defending. Takes away Tens, but it's Zekken with the impact through on CT. Looking to re-clear. That's a third. This could be magic for that man, but it's Chronicle still alive. Zelsis takes another, but a 1v2. Chronicle, the hero from before, but can he don the cape again? The reposition, they're staying close. Sentinels taking no risks here, but a fair fight found for John QT. Trade in place again. The leader, the captain, closing up
Earlier, trying to shock the trips early. Booster Chronicle.
Oh,
And he gets the kill with the core.
okay, the classic, and it's
Okay.
the Bulldog this time. John QT has been stalwart in approach of holding that B site. Chronicle gets the better of Zelsis. Tens can't even get a second in the round, leaving Sarsi, who was probably identified over towards that A site very early on. They get a beat on. No.
Not again. Saucy trying to save his rifle again. This is the second time that he'd be going for it, but with that drone, but they'll have to flash the stun as well. But Sentinels creeping into middle, getting down. Those are
Isolate. Okay, I didn't see that one coming. He was
He
clean
expects
with
more.
it. Yeah, and he's read it correctly. There are two more plays. The timing, he looks away, and we put to bed, put to his grave. They've got a good read on this, and there comes Chronicle. This man's impact is off the charts. The hat ult as well should reveal a lot of information. This could be the go signal for Durka to take some space.
30 seconds
You're looking
left.
at the vast majority of Sentinels trying to focus up towards market, slip away towards CT,
Space
find a bit
created.
of safety.
Spike planted.
Chronicle up middle. It's
This
just the
guy.
camera to spot him, but he's not going to pop that camera at this stage in the round. Chronicle.
But they got to buy time. They still have to keep them present here, keep them locked in towards market. Durka and Alpha in unison. And now you got to look for the lurk here. Chronicle can now pull the trigger. He can get closer. They're none the wiser. They have no idea of the creeping death behind. No! Outrageous! And if John Young Gun might have just outdone him here, John QT is normally on for it, but it doesn't matter. The time is gone. And Fnatic stretch their lead.
Need to do that. They got that rolling thunder. They can play out of the site once they get that spike planted. But Sentinel's already in position
here.
to come and deny this plant. The Alpha.
And look at Sarsi
Okay.
though, he's crept further forward. They don't know about Sarsi. And you gotta know about this man. 10 kills already, he's dead. Hero holds the line. And now John QT and Zelsis' options become near on null. Durka gonna be hungry for this, he's going hunting.
They've shown some grit in some of these rounds with some of the retakes, with some of their...
The pressure, that doesn't apply. As Zekken gets a new lease of life. You can't get the follow from Boaster.
Boaster!
Speaking about fragging IGLs, it's Boaster at the helm this time. 2 for him, but John QT has his number. Keeps him in a level situation, 3v3, but the retakes have been difficult. And Hero feeling confident, that's why. Claims another man. It's Tens and Sarsi. The duo over towards the A site. But Hero has been sharp. Ult comes in, should clear towards at least Pillar. Both seen, and actually, hold on.
It catches two.
That's a problem here. It's
only
only
Alpha.
who could do anything about this. So the flash to buy a little bit of time, and Ten's going hunting. He wants in. Stunned up, forced to respect. They're trying to close down, but they can't get to them. Fnatic, hold the line!
The knife sees if anyone's close by.
Oh,
But here's the
Durka,
counter push.
the disrespect from Durka to go head first for that. Zekken is going to quell that and punish him for the disrespect, but he claims Sarsi's life. It makes it trickier now to get towards this B site.
4-4. A little bit of a pause, but Sentinel's still trying to get out of the site. There's nothing really to stop them from getting out here. Hero on an off angle.
But if Alpha gets the contact as Hero then swing, it looked like that was the intention. You should note his position here. The flash is fantastic, forcing him deeper. Zekken trying to springboard forward, looks for another victim to fell. It's Tens though to get Alpha, so that does remove some of the pressure from market. Zekken kicking. And Zekken looking lethal. The timing, it's right. Sentinels answer. I think Hero knows that he has to kind of fall back towards that B side. Looking like he wants to try and approach through market, or at least go out that way. Okay.
Zelsis next.
I mean, how much can they really cost him here? I'm looking at, it's really, yeah, Zelsis who's on the chopping block. Ten's going to take away Hero. Zelsis got to be really careful. Yeah, keeps cool, but he's got an army flooding him. That is a valuable weapon dropped. And both will go down in the end. This Boaster still going to have util in the backlines from John QT to deny that being a comfortable position to pressure from. And how are you meant to dissuade the players on the site? You can't! When Tens does that! Back-to-back brilliance from the man. Chronicle and Durka brought to their knees. Boaster and Alpha, options have gone.
They just need a save now. They realize Sentinels, their money was so low. Maybe doing a little bit of economic damage here to keep their money low, but I'm looking at it right now. 3,400, 26, 2,400. Their money's actually in a really decent spot at the moment.
Yeah, they're fine with that. John QT. Zekken looking for the player. Trade does go. And I say should lightly because there are a couple of sheriffs out. You know, this is a little bit more of an invested round.
The dart stun combo.
Timing. Oh, Zekken caught just drifting through. Tens remains alive. Much here. You got to expect the timing to be right from John QT.
Hero knows.
Gonna know at least one. He now knows there's two, but the trade is there for Alpha.
Hero.
This can get turned on its head. Hero reads it well, and now Zelsis in a 1v3. It's only sheriffs, but how much can one man do? He's got a player to the right, one to the left. The defuse will be beginning in about a second. You take your eye off the prize, and they'll punish you for it. Another opportunity. Two for Zelsis, maybe a third. No, Hero makes his second, leading the charge, and now the rest of Fnatic want to avenge their IGL. You gotta look at the flank here as well, you're right. Zelsis gonna be put on notice, catches him. Notes Durka, Paint Shell goes in and Zelsis leans forward, but it's Durka and Chronicle in unison, dropping bodies. Darcy holding the back from the market, trying to play to the time perfectly, and they're doing everything they can. But a 1v2 for Alpha, he may not have the time for this. I think it's gone, I think it's too late. Sentinels back up with intent. You're looking at Alpha, you're looking at Durka and Hero on the back line by Pillar. And Sentinel's going to go through the protocol list. It's actually going to be a huge investment. Durka takes away Zekken, but how much more can he do? Ten's taking a little bit of splash damage, it looks like. And Sarsi going to lose. The trap in play, trying to isolate Boaster here. He's been seen, he's been noted, he's buying time. But it takes time. The rotation on the way. And Chronicle right nearby. He might team himself up for the trade. Ten's left out to dry. No one there to back him up until then. Two big picks. John QT and Zelsis. Can he divide? Can he conquer? Spots them getting closer. He knows it. He hears it. It's John QT to his side. But Durka succeeds. And now John QT on 39 needs the clutch and he can't. Fnatic make it up to 10. He gets it right. That's a lot of blind
They have
players.
Pair Ultimate as well to stall everything out if they want it.
Paranoia is perfect. Zekken can only get one though so far, but Tens falls for it. It's fine. It's a 4v4. Time beginning to tick. The backline pressured. Hero, this should be called out. They've got to know he's here. Zekken waits in the smoke and he strikes. This is the round. Is this how it happens? The curse potentially coming into play, but a 3v3 and Fnatic shut it down. 11 for Fnatic. Defuse is there.
If you're gonna stand up at them all up, three spotted at middle.
Big info. Alpha now under scrutiny, but
Durka.
oh, John QT, the savior of that moment. A missed shot, and now Sentinels start the ball rolling. The B site is open, it's available. Hero trying to hinder. Catching one on the cross, can't land it, John QT does. Setting them up for success. And a plant that he had, and if you're Fnatic, you're pulling the plug, surely. That was perfect from Sen.
But if you aren't able to capitalize on the position you've been given, they're
just not getting in the door here. Sentinels shutting it in their face. Now it is go time. Zelsis sent to his death, forced to fight forward. Sarsi now leaning back, but time is ticking. You gotta get a move on here. Sentinel's gonna lap this up, but the trade's in play. Sarsi still stands, as does John QT, and the time is ticking. They are out of time, surely. No more to be done here. No more time to play. Sentinels running it down to the wire.
and Sentinels taking that.
SMG for Chronicle.
They have that dart that can smoke off elbow, aftershock out that default box. This is doable for Fnatic. It needs to be perfect though. Boaster trying to take that timing in.
Actually, he's gone in the door. Zekken sends him away though, and now they're struggling, now they're capitulating, now they're falling to pieces. Sentinels coming together when it matters most. 11 potentially now. Destined to be a close game between these two. Chronicle can do nothing really. Yeah, he might find one. But unless they completely leave the site, it means nothing. Take a couple bodies, sure. Make it hurt. But the real gut punch of it all for Fnatic will be that it's 11-11 Sentinels back in this. And watching John QT is alive, but 10's unaffected. Maybe his moment to shine, but forced away. 24 HP, he leans forward, and he just brushes his shoulders. What? He still gets a body for the time. Keep in mind the clock is ticking, and it's ticking fast. John QT forced away. Zelsis fights back, and Sentinels make it up to 12.
Sentinels.
And then it falls into the one man's hands who could be the threat, who could be the downfall. How diligent are they? It doesn't matter, he still gets one.
Big shot.
Oh, Chronicle, where was that? Out of nowhere, catching.
It's the defense on market. They don't care about the site.
The first fight, 10's trying to lead the fray. John QT, 10's back-to-back impact. TP to the site, plant up next, and suddenly the record is flipped. And now you're down to Alpha and Chronicle. Again, impact sure, but in a moment like this, can you pull it through? Zelsis hops away, he keeps himself alive. Information aplenty, they now know what they're up against. And 10's is timing. And John QT prowling, waiting. Chronicle finds Zelsis, but the time is ticking. And 10's is on the way. The camera comes up, they want to get it towards half. They might just do it, but 10's the bully of the big boys! Afraid of no one! Shuts out map 1, 13-11. Sentinels lead in the series.
10's such a slow start to the game, is able to close it out with a 2K in the back, and Sentinels looking for a moment there, like it was a questionable pick for them to go into Sunset. Sunset, not one of their better maps. Sentinels coming into that game, understanding that they had something prepared. Here, this is a very structured, heavy, protocol-heavy map.
4-play stack towards A, and walk through shower. Dizzy to set it in motion, and they take space. Exchange on the side, those Sentinels. Sussy maybe underestimating how many were there, and Fnatic have kept so many bodies on this side. Yeah, there's no way. Sen completely stunned by this. The only maybe silver lining is the Zekin's been let loose, but the spike has been...
Reposition from Fnatic. They're moving away from showers. They're tripling up, making sure they go together. Durka, he's got pain shells. They got first.
Nothing short of brilliance demanded of Zekin here. A tap on the spike. And they're forced away, not achieving half. This is doable. It's not done yet. Chronicle keeps Fnatic in control here, but that, very close. Missing the issue. Plant gonna come in. And going for the showers plant here.
Spike planted.
Chronicle, this is so dangerous.
He's gonna be overwhelmed. Surely he's dead, he is! Sentinels, you got pistols and you're making mountains out of molehills, and it might just work. Trying to
the orb.
push this further though. Hero does get traded, 10's still alive. This is still a threat, this is still a problem. Zelsis finds Alpha. Durka has to pick up the pieces, but time is ticking. John QT, I thought he might have had that there, but is a molly gonna hit in time?
He hasn't even sent it yet.
He hasn't sent it through.
There's no time.
It's a missed opportunity. I thought that could have been done. I genuinely thought they were in for a shot on that.
This is what happens when you
Double pump.
Oh.
Love that. I mean, if they've read it well, they've heard the TP.
It's just him with the spike, though. This is so dangerous for him if he gets caught out of position, but...
High risk, high reward.
Instead, Alpha goes down.
So it's on Chronicle. So maybe buy time, make them work.
45
Make it
seconds.
not feel so easy. 40 seconds now. Both trying to clear out towards that B site, but Senna on the way. Smokes coming into play. That's all they had. Opting towards heaven. So Chronicle now with a chance.
30 seconds.
But the timing from Shower is pretty key, can't deny it. And John QT with the punish. Sentinels, beautiful.
Fnatic like those pre-planned starter round actions where the util that they can use, but already Fnatic's moving in here, and they've got the positioning. Durka's got a Vandal as well in the back of the site here, and a Paint Shells.
John QT trying to work up towards B long here. Already pressure on the side, but they haven't broken through by Octagon yet. Now they go. Zekin wants to find Durka, who quickly dodges, but it's John QT to land it. Boaster with the impact. Now down to Zekin and 10. And Zekin up above, flies through the air. But the ease is not there. It's all on 10's in the 1v1. But where the hell is Chronicle? Even 10's is unsure, but opts for a plant here. But he's only got a Bucky. How the hell is he meant to get in here now? Did he see him?
He's going for the jump spots, the silent ones too.
He's looking for him. Chronicle, has he made it down yet? I think he might have, just creeping ever closer. Tens takes a look, takes a glance, and they pass each other, and it is all going to be down on timing. Tens completely unawares, spots a pixel and gets the body!
They're staying calm, but 30 seconds left. They're going to have to commit at some point here. They've got Long B and Hookah. It's going to be a big execution.
And they don't have the ults to depend upon this time. It's tricky, and you've got Boaster in what feels like a risky position, but it might just work, especially with the smoke. They're none the wiser, but he still gets one. Trade comes in. Zekken trying to run rampant, but it's still going to be dealt with by Durka. Trying to secure the site. They can't. Durka on the back lines, keeping this in their hands. Time is now of the essence, and they've run out of it. The spike too far. This time, Fnatic hold.
A great... You have the players to go for those fights. They're just afraid of those TP crunches. And as I say that...
That's the players. You've got them. Use them. Zekken and Sassy taking away Durka and Hero. They're opposing numbers, and John QT closing in the net. Chronicle still going to do some damage. Oh, what is that? Oh, but he gets caught. Tens ain't gonna let that slip. Keeps it safe on the site. Backline fight as well. You gotta look at Zelsis, look at Alpha. That's closing in. They even get to know where Boaster is. Patience paying here. Zelsis waiting. Alpha caution being displayed. And it ain't clean enough. He does get away with it. But Zelsis gonna catch him and bring him back down to earth. But a 1v2 for Boaster. Position was considered, and he's...
You got showers, but all these smokes and pistols.
How you meant to make your way through the mayhem? So much in their way, and again, the ult does find a target. You can see Sassy considering, does he fancy biting in on that? But no. Oh, okay. Alpha with a banger. Takes away Zekken. Divide gonna go through. Tens leans forward. The chosen one himself stands tall and holds the ground. Durka damage, he's dead. And now down a Hero in a 1v3. And the time ain't on his side, and neither are the numbers. Sentinels. Oh, no respect to it. They want to press the issue. Oh, that's why! Zekken, you are outrageous! And another potential victim. Hero's lucky to be breathing. Again, just onslaught after onslaught. Chronicle tries. Well, he still can only do so much. Hero has fallen. It's on Chronicle, Boaster, and Alpha, who are being absolutely stun-locked out of this game. The pace has been so oppressive from Sentinels. So well done. John QT, never gonna let the round slip, is he? Alpha is there, and the second for Alpha. Now down to a 3v2, but look who's creeping in. Raise it to the second, he knows what to do.
Thrash instantly as soon as he gets the plant. Nightfall in a fast retake.
Chronicle on the swing, and he hits! Knocking three of them out of the park, leaving just Sassy alive in a 1v5. This would be monumental.
Wait.
Oh my God, it's halfway though. He has to go, he has to swing, and he falls. A valiant attempt.
And Fnatic.
Please isolate the rest of the players away from Zekken, but they're completely unawares. Boaster.
Durka, what?
Just asleep at the wheel, and Zekken just eviscerating them. He's the one to take this site. He is the one in control. And these are problems, these are issues, these are unmistakable. The only one to answer back so far is Chronicle. Zekken still stands, he still delivers. That's 3, 4 Zekken! Outrageous impact, and he knows where Chronicle is. Zelsis.
No.
Oh, Zelsis! No. Genius, 4-6. Alpha, the only one with the Vandal. And we have to say it, we have to state it. This could be the game starting to slip away. This is tournament life. This is what it comes down to, a historical matchup, to say the least. Back.
It's gonna be tough.
High Dizzy, it connects, doesn't find Hero. They read it well, but not well enough. Maybe a chance made. Zekken, the monster of those previous round, pops the ult. That is a warning signal, but Hero still drops the body, fighting with everything they can. Oh, but Chronicle the touch. Sentinel still gonna try and get the plant going here. That's in play.
They have that Molly also from that Brimstone. If he has a lineup for the spot, it could be free.
Could be, but it's pandemonium on the site, and Tens wants in. Where the hell did that go? But Durka still gonna find it with a shorty. Chronicle still controlling. It's on Zelsis, it's on John QT. A clutch would be demanded. Oh, there's not much more he can do. Chronicle, this is the danger. This is the impact. If Fnatic aren't waking up, he will wake them up if he has to.
Gap closes, 5-7. We're going into the second half. Fnatic.
Look, instead of trying it. Try and fail! Chronicle, that's why you respect him. When he tells you to sit down, you sit down. 2 already to kick things off. And instantly Sen have to fall away from that.
Sit down or I'll bury you, basically. He puts him down. 5 alive for Fnatic, and they put the...
Yeah, but they've navigated past him, at least for the initial contact. He could still create a little bit of a crossfire, maybe with Zelsis here, or does he play it a little bit late? Options are plenty.
Only 2 stars available for Boaster. He needs to pick which 2 spots he wants to lock out. Hookah and Spawn and Alpha finds that pick. John QT sits in Hookah, but locked out for another 10 seconds here before he can get into the action. And in a 2 versus 5, your options are limited. You have to hope that Fnatic actually make a mistake, slip up here, but the way they've been playing this round so far doesn't look like it's going to be coming into play.
No, it's very, very tricky to find impact now. The unoccupied space feels so obvious. Boaster probably going to get contact. Beautiful! John QT, yeah, give him a wave. Give him a wave. But anymore, if you're Fnatic, you take the round, you don't care about the kill. And the time ticking fast enough now, they're going to be looking to give this up to the spike.
A lesson learned for Boaster there. When you do these jump spots, you have to make sure. I think everyone pulled the trigger at the exact same time.
There was no way out. Okay, do we
an
go?
Atomic clock on that.
Do we go for the firing squad? I'm still a little nervous here. Okay, Durka. He's going to alleviate my worries. But oh dear, oh dear. Hey guys, free weapons.
One enemy remaining.
Don't know why I'm doing horse impressions, but I'm getting nervous, is all I'm saying here. John QT, as I said, they made something out of this round. They've cost him a fair bit here. I think that's at least... Okay, that's a Bulldog lost, maybe. Boaster looking to... run, run, please, just run. We don't want another jump spot incident. John QT just wants to die peacefully. All right, he's at left, right, and he's dead. Overwhelmed Zelsis. He's playing it as late as he can. They're trying to invest the molly, but they can walk ahead of it. They can get ahead of that, and they do. But Zelsis still amongst all of the maelstrom, still here. Just trying to watch between the smokes, between the spam. Plant is in.
Hero
gets
solo, but he's alive.
Ult coming in. That's a problem. Gets handled well. They're just on that verge now. The Sentinels play this forward. So they flood the site. They're down low on HP. They're running low on players. And they're running low on time. Another Prowler in. They're not getting...
To Fnatic's execution here. A great way, taking showers, baiting out that molly, then shifting back to short A, and Pika push them off between the Prowlers, the Boombot, the paint shells. Dizzy goes in, recall is smart. But a 4-man reclear potentially from Sentinels here.
Yeah, gonna go back in for the fight. Alpha takes down one, but it's traded out. The Dizzy does well, and Tens claims Durka. This is good. This is a man to say the safety of that spike.
The smoke's gonna fade away in 5 seconds as well. He needs to re-smoke this if they want a chance.
20 seconds, the molly now. This is so well done. They are just suffocating Fnatic out of this round, and you talk about his positioning, John QT. He is hard to time.
Do a TP play and come from Hookah and spawn at the same time, but there's so many players here, and Tens goes down.
But a quick trade, Zekken gonna keep it in hand. 4v4, but the time on their side. And Chronicle closing in. The man has been a nightmare incarnate. Hero finds John QT, pressure on CT, and Chronicle step by step getting closer. The inevitable death looking like it's likely. And Chronicle, he sees it all, and he takes down one, spots another with Durka. It's perfect from Fnatic.
Fnatic doing such a good job as...
Nice.
5-man B-stack. Will they assume that the last 2 players are also in Hookah? They're waiting for it, expecting it.
Yeah, they know it. They've read it. Boaster collects onto...
Yeah.
But what are you meant to do with it here? Nah, not this time. Chronicle, good for it. It's 10, double digits. And maybe ends. And when he's there, my mind will still always question mark it. Give us the eyes on him. Let's see. what the Chosen One can do. Good for one, no more to be done. The Wonder Kid takes over.
That's a big
takes
volley
over
timing.
Showers, but the Hero's ahead of it. He gets to slip the net. He gets to get the plant. So the time isn't the problem here. 3 players already on this side. Zeka pops the ult. Oh, Booster gets splattered against the wall. A 3v4 in favor to Sen. Alpha down low does have his ult. The Prowler doesn't quite make it. But Sassy aware, Chronicle, the final boss of Fnatic, is still standing. Supported by the young gun Hero, but they are in problems. They are in trouble. The tap on the spike should draw the reaction. John QT finds Hero, and Chronicle's fallen. Sentinels stay like it's in now. The Dizzy goes through, the ult comes in. Zekan falls as Boaster finds him. Alpha gonna note the follow-up as well. That's gonna be Sassy seen. Held up and denied. The ult then got popped by John QT, who's the one who could maybe stop it all. He takes away Durka and he plays towards the site. Plants in play, and Hero has none of it. Leaving Tens and Zelsu with no options. Time to save. 11 carved into the board for Fnatic.
Once
So hard to find that rhythm to the game.
When do you do that switch up in Sentinels? They had those
So far down B long. Now they know what's going on. The divide. That insult to injury, and Durka dives head first. Oh, it's gorgeous! Durka conquering the entirety of the site, but do they know about Zelsis? Well, Zelsis, what are we gonna do now? A chance at glory, and he gets none! Alpha ensures safety. Make sure that the plant comes down. Never off guard duty, and Chronic
higher of the middle of the pack
Very
maps
much.
for them.
But it only takes a moment. We've seen it before. Zekan playing with Durka at this point. Or is there resilience? Is there resistance? Can Sen pull this back from the brink? And it looks like this is what it comes down to. Durka, his name up in lights. And Fnatic looking to rebound after the arduous map 1. Bind looking like it's going to be in their hands. John QT and Zelsis with a lot of work to do, Josh.
That's showstopper with Durka as well. As soon as they start inching up, it's going to be all over. Durka already opened up the round with 2.
Durka wants this done. Takes another. It's all on Zelsis, and it's over. Map 3 is unlocked. This historied head-to-head deserves it. We wanted the entirety to be played out, and we will. Fnatic with a lifeline.
Lotus is the best one. The better team is going to walk away from here. It's in both their teams' wheelhouses, and it was saved for last.
In your boots, but that shot wasn't clean, but Heroes was. Evades the seas, and Hero leans forward. Chronicle strikes, fighting back with Venom to it. Zelsis and John QT now have nowhere to step. The spike got lost deeper. They've lost down the players. The Sheriff in Zelsis' hand is really the only caveat that's on their side.
40 seconds left. Time's getting low. Turret watches B. And Alpha could actually position himself towards C if he wants to. The rest of his team playing that retake on A. They have the numbers, letting Sentinels go for the site if they want it. Durka on this jump spot. Said, don't worry, Boaster, I got this. 18 seconds left. And they've shown where they want to go. It's going to be so low in time by the time they can get anywhere, but Fnatic's just going to push out before they can get the spike planted.
Retake, Zelsis, there's a moment to shine! It was then! He gets 2, he tried everything he could, but Hero has his impact, he has his wrath to deal with 30 seconds to go. Zekan finds a little bit of safety, and he holds his breath and waits. You can already see the curiosity starting to close down. It's Chronicle to take away Tens. Now Alpha retaking the space. Takes a lot of damage. Zekan strides in, but Hero on the trade. Spike with a quick pivot. Zelsis playing ahead. That's huge. Can he buy enough time? Can he buy enough security? He's desperately trying to readjust on the spike plant. It should be fine on the time. A 3v2 out of nothing. Maybe Sentinels finding their footing. He did everything right for the side, and you wanted a bit more from him. He gave us a whole lot. Boaster going to try and back away and keep the Odin in hand, but this round, in my eyes, was off the back of Zelsis.
Back at another round here. Cannot be allowed to happen.
And Boaster looking for a pixel. Anyone trying to cross through. Tens seems aware. Actually, the paranoia didn't land. Durka with a new lease of life. Counter paranoia, it may not be on, but Durka certainly is! Finds two, answered back, sight, still under contest. Hero overwhelmed, and Zekken doing everything he can. Plant in play, trying to make it happen. Good damage, look at Alpha.
HP.
So low, pop of the ult here. They need this plant in now, and it is.
Zoned away, respecting that showstopper, but Paint Shell still in play for Zekken. They can back out, they can reposition. Alpha down so low, and Chronicle full HP with that Odin.
Play retake with, but it's got to be traded off of Alpha, right? And for Sasi, 64, still sitting better off. Did he get spotted? He did! Alpha finds him! Zekken, though, can the man become a monster? It looks like he might be able to. 3 in this round, he needs 4! And where does he wait? Where does he guess? The gap closes, 15 HP. Paint Shell to the left. He looks. Oh! It's outstanding!
Probably they have all of C Mound, but Alpha with his Bucky here, waiting to strike, to get one and leave.
Nah. Wait. Hero? Nah, okay. A nice try, but Sen keeping stable. This is good for them. Find the tempo, control the game. Nice Paint Shell. That could have done some damage, and it did actually. Durka dives in. Zen heating up here, taking the lead.
Hiding, wait a minute, not the play we want to do. Let's go C, let's get that pressure onto B. Let's break that turret, force that reaction. If we get this lockdown, this post plant, we easily convert this round. Durka, he has a showstopper, and I've seen him run through smoke before. Is he going to do that again here to keep the pressure on? He's trying to get the Paint Shells off on the lockdown. He could cancel this. 23 seconds.
That might be enough. And now what do they do? Running low on time and running low on options. Durka going to be on defense. Trying to hold this down, hold the line, make him sweat. 10 seconds, where do you go? There's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide. They try and play forward. But the man himself holds them back. 3 in the round. And all their chances run away with the clock.
That was so well played. Contact up B, 5 men, all in. They have that Viper's Pit. They can lock down one of the rotation points. And here they go, right in there.
Thought he might try and fly up towards CT there, but there were 2 waiting. Both trying to catch
No way.
on the backup, and it was Alpha to get Zekken there.
Waterfall
but they're
to
taking
spawn.
a tour. Durka's on 4 HP. Is he hearing this?
This could be a
Yeah,
huge
he's
Viper's
pinging
Pit.
it out. He's pinging it out, but John QT catching the flank as well, trying to give them time. Time to run, time to make it to the side, but they know there's still going to be players here. There's got to be. They find Durka, they do, and he is damaged. He is dead. Surely, Boaster, the saving grace of Durka, who could do no more. Where does Boaster go now? Okay, a 3v2. Sasi and John QT. Nightfall, Viper's Pit, a big couple of ults here, but they want to try and at least secure Mound. John QT gave it a glance, but that's going to force forward Boaster. Tries to maybe catch him in that. Doesn't get a connection.
Prowler and Haunt and a Seize to follow as well. 1 HP on John QT and the Molly.
There's nowhere to run, there was nowhere to hide, but Sasi, this guy is legendary for a reason, and this might be a reminder. 2 in the round, he needs a 3rd. Chronicle was the king of bind. It doesn't matter.
Picking them off.
It took 1 timeout and they look right back into it, but they might be taken out again. Zekken leads the fray, as does TenZ. They clear through Mount and they're away. C-Site should be under Sen control. Nothing can stop him now. We might need that counter timeout from Fnatic to re-establish their control in the game themselves. This is a 5v3 and they have no step towards the site.
Sentinels looking so strong right now, and this is when they look the scariest, when they start getting these rounds off the back of these clutches. The X Factor, Sasi, 1 versus 3, Zekken getting that big clutch before as well, getting these swing rounds, forcing Fnatic onto these bad purchases, and then once they get these few rounds in the door, they kick up the speed. They find Fnatic. Durka, Bose are both out of the mound, out of position, now out of the round. Sentinels looking to pick up another round here, and the economy for Fnatic is getting low. It's dwindling down, and you're right, a timeout surely has to be called here.
Poison's off.
Chronicle just on a Spectre, and light shields. They're going to deal some damage here.
He'll do what he can. And he was going to get on the site currently for Sen, as we can see the disconnect from John QT. He's got himself waiting for that flank, potentially. Not the worst in the world, not a bad position to be in. Obviously, we know they don't. TenZ looking to get active, looking to get involved, takes away Hero, knows about Chronicle, the Prowler to the left, but the paranoia sends him away. Oh, but TenZ, he won't fall! He stands his ground and he takes down another! And now down to Chron and Alpha, trying to play it back through, and now all down to Chronicle. He's in trouble. And you can see why, TenZ reigning supreme!
That front B site, potentially a split.
Oh, the tempo, you talk about it, and Zekin's living it! He saw nothing and still got two! How are you meant to stop this guy?
Right now, you can't, but a weapon in the hands of Alpha. Chronicle on that Sheriff as well, and that shift over to that A site. Sentinels is going there. They're going to go to that revolving door, but already Hero, Alpha on that site, potentially being able to isolate some fights here. It all starts with the first kill.
Yeah, pre-fire on it. He's already been forced away. It's on Alpha, who tries to swing, but Sassy too aware. TenZ now in unison with Zellsis.
Spike down A.
They've claimed control of the site in a 1v3.
Faces.
Toxins going up.
Kill one.
One enemy remaining.
Nice try. Couldn't quite keep the weapon though. Other side, the showstopper for Durka. Hero potentially could get his ult here if he can get a kill. But they're hold strong on the side. Sentinels want safety. They want the numbers for that second half. They want 8 rounds. Anything less may not be enough, but Alpha going to set it into motion. Taking away Zek, and the spam comes in towards Tree. It's where all the 3 players from Sen are currently sitting. One slightly disconnected is Zellsis, but they take over the site, and Durka takes the kill. John QT standing tall for Sentinels, finally put down by Durka for the 1v1. And the time is too low. Surely there's no more. There isn't. It's 8 rounds for Sentinels.
Might think it's just a lurk. Might reaffirm them to stay towards C. Here comes the lockdown, but this is a fake. Paint shells to stop it. In position is Durka again. Now that's blocked. But oh.
Ooh, hold on.
Connect. But it's just a fake. It's towards A still, and Hero's actually bolstering up that A site. Is it going to be a pivot back through that blue door into B as soon as they get spotted here? 20 seconds remain.
Durka's here though, but yeah, he's still out of position. Boaster goes down. They've unlocked the keys to the castle, but do they expect Chronicle? It doesn't matter. Sentinels striding through the site. Time, 10 seconds. Hero, Durka working together. Desperate to hold on to this. Desperate for a chance. And Sassy is the one to stand in their way. Oh my god, the time. The time. Does he get it? No bullets! That's how it's defined. That's towards it. The Prowler goes towards CT. That gets at least a slight connection. They now know that they're getting towards this. 3 through Waterfall, 2 through CT. It's Sassy to start it off. Taking down Hero, and Durka now blinded. Put to the corner and dealt with by Second. Another step taken. The HP dwindling. Sentinels. This could be the first nail in the Fnatic coffin. Oh, and it's just flawless.
Flawless round.
Choke points play, a little bit close here, try and catch one out of place, but you're not catching Sen right now. They're catching you. Sassy gonna find Chronicle. Hero tries to lean forward, gets caught by the paranoia, and nearly punished. But the plant gonna come down now. And barely damage done towards Sen as they slowly step back towards that B site. TenZ the first one who might have an issue though. There's 2 players over towards that blue door. Sassy going to alleviate some of the pressure. Durka looking to be rewarded, and he is. Turns around, leaves the weapon over towards his teammate. The flood comes in. Exchange of space. Now they're locked out towards blue door. What are you meant to do with this? 4v2. They're locked off. They're smoked off. They are screwed, and they have to watch as the defuse comes on in. There is no escaping their fate. 10 rounds for Sentinels. To work with lesser weaponry. It is rifles with Fnatic up against Stingers, Sheriffs, Bulldogs. And now that Guardian did pretty well, but it's the numbers, Josh. 3 of them on the site alone.
Just recycling that Viper orb. This first contact kill is pivotal. Durka doesn't get it.
No, but John QT will. That's the spike. Oh, it couldn't be anywhere worse. As now they can control it, temper it. And it feels just like a death funnel through there. What are you meant to do?
Slow motion train wreck happening here. The recycling of these, the crossfire that they have.
They can't do
34
anything.
seconds, Fnatic.
They are watching their tournament life be drawn away from them second by second. It will be 11 if Sen convert this, which looks exceedingly likely. And it's an excruciating death for Fnatic here. That spike is the downfall. There is no recovering this. And the round will fade away.
10 seconds
And
left.
so will a lot of Fnatic's hopes on this one.
Sitting there, they had paint shells ready, they had paranoia ready. There was no getting through a Fnatic Chronicle. Sentinels taking their time, making sure they're moving together. Now they're grouped, now the retake comes in.
And it's almost an extended bonus. Anything is a benefit in this sort of round, and for Fnatic, it's a must-win. The scales tilted against them. Sussy goes down, it's getting Chronicle. Taking them away, step by step, maybe a chance made here, but Sentinels fighting back in! Darker dies, wait the timing! He's got the defuse! He's absolutely got the defuse! And Zekken waiting, almost caged behind that door. When do you unleash him? You do it now! You take away Chronicle and suddenly you're back to a 4v4. There's problems left, right, Celsius takes him away and now down to 3, man advantage to Sen. Alpha from the back lines fighting back, takes away John QT.
40 Fnatic's gonna find an open site.
Okay, plant's gonna be in. Now we look at the post plant, how much space are they willing to take? Trying to establish some utility and the TP.
Good for them.
A chance made. But Sentinel step by step, closing in, now down to 2, Hero and Poster, but Celsius one by one, taking them away as Poster has to try and save him, and it's an absolute nightmare in the making. Diffuse is in.
45 seconds left, no ultimates. And Saucy in position with Nightfall as well. The mollies, the alarm bot. It's a fortress that they have to break through right now. Fnatic, if they don't pivot back to B,
They're
going
going
ahead.
ahead.
Traps.
Celsius, are you going to be their downfall? No!
Wait.
Chronicle strides in, kicks down the door. John QT, the difference maker before. Eyeing it up now, trying to stand his ground 20 seconds. Smoked off by Waterfall. Maybe Fnatic have done enough to control the site.
15
Paint
seconds
shell
though.
posted, they got to be cautious here. That plant isn't for free, they're trying to test this. Tens gonna open the door, swing it. Boaster, big impact, finding 2, plants in play. Tens and John QT. Are you up for this? 2 low players, maybe 3 you could argue. And it's Tens, and it's John QT. You give them credit, you give them their respect. They are a terrifying duo. But right now, they're being toyed with. No time to make mistakes. As Tens leans in. Oh my God, is this how it goes? Is this truly how it falls away? Tens desperately at the helm trying to do this. 5 bullets to play with and not enough. Chronicle, lifeline.
Rotation into A site. Zelsis, he doesn't care. He's gonna let them have the site. Plant, I don't care. I use my lockdown here. He's gonna flush you out. There's nothing that can stop him.
Okay, lockdown now. Plant in. What do they do with this? They can still live in the Viper's Pit if they just push through towards CT, but there's 3 players and they can spam this the hell out. It is going to be the battle of Spawn breaking out now, and second is the Warrior who's just ripping apart Fnatic. Limb by limb they fall, and this is what it comes down to, a 1v5, a desperate attempt, and the defuse will be there. The roar of the crowd reserved for the special few, and Sentinels is that team.
Coming into the series, I was not expecting Sentinels.
You have to walk against the likes of Sentinels who came out today and looked a step above.
The Fnatic, they were really strong at stage 2, going all the way in playoffs. They haven't shown the same amount of strength. Sentinels, on the other hand, taking out first round, that knock